Hi Libra, welcome to your April reading. This is for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Check out your other placements for additional messages. As this is a general reading, messages may or may not apply. Just take what resonates and leave what doesn't for the next person. I can be picking up on someone around you or someone you could be dealing with, so you might have to swap the roles. If this reading doesn't resonate right away, it may be something that happens down the line. If you'd like, you can keep it in your back pocket or you can come back at a later time. We're going to take a look into what messages need come through for you guys for the month of April. See what you guys could be currently dealing with or what you can expect to get some insight, wisdom, guidance, and overall see what's going on. I hope you guys are doing well. If you guys are interested, you can check out my Instagram at Jadestone Tarot. And with that being said, let's get right into this reading. We're going to start off with some affirmations, okay? Any affirmations for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus for April 2021? Any affirmations for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in April 2021? What affirmations does Libra need to know from the month of April? Affirmations for Libra. Okay, we have new growth coming out, spiritual path, and wisdom. Okay, so immediately what I'm getting from this with these cards coming out, you guys are going through maybe some spiritual upgrades. You guys are shedding old skins, letting go of the past, challenging past beliefs, and you're evolving. You're moving up to the next level. You guys are going through some pretty big changes, lots of transformative energy. For all the signs I've done so far, it's actually like pretty interesting. The collective seems to be going through some pretty big shifts, leaving things behind, letting things go that no longer are serving. It's just been like a pretty big theme for basically everyone that I've been reading for. So let's talk about it. New growth coming out is the first card. It is time to spread your wings and fly. Understanding another point of view shows maturity and growth. Affirmation, I am responsible. You have the responsibility to look at all angles of a situation. If something doesn't make sense, there's probably a different way you can look at it. There's many different angles to every situation you go through. You can look at things glass half full, glass half empty. It's up to you. You can look at both sides. You can be an optimist. You can be a pessimist. There's many different ways you can view a situation. But in the month of April, maybe there's going to be a change in perspective. Maybe a little bit of hangman energy will maybe come out in this reading. We'll see. But you guys are evolving. You guys are changing, growing, and you're also spreading your wings and maybe stepping into some unknown territory this month. And as you are stepping into this unknown territory, you are shedding old skins, right? Release of the past, release of who you used to be, and you're writing this new chapter. So there's some pretty big changes, and just know, if there's something in your life that maybe isn't the most fulfilling or maybe isn't the most healthiest, you have the responsibility to do something about it. If there's a relationship in your life that's not good or unhealthy, you have to do something about it. If there is a job that you're working at and you hate it, you have to do something about it. Or don't, but at the end of the day, if there's something that you're needing to change in your life, you have the responsibility to do something about it or continue down that road, but it's ultimately up to you. It doesn't matter what I say, it doesn't matter what any other reader says, a friend of yours, your parents, your neighbor, or a boss, it doesn't matter what anybody else says. You ultimately have the decision. It's your life. You do what's best for you. You can choose to spread your wings and fly and step out of your comfort zone, or you can choose to stay in your cocoon until you're ready, and maybe you'll never be ready. It's all up to you, personal preference, free will, but the opportunity is there in front of you for you to grow, expand, and, evolve as a person and become even better. So, what do you want? So you're thinking about that in the month of April. We have a spiritual path coming out here, and it says, we know our spiritual needs. Logic does not give us answers. You have the wisdom and the knowledge to achieve. Positive self-talk helps you progress to see your future clearly. Affirmation, I am capable. Remember that you are capable of achieving anything you set your mind to. Whatever crazy dreams that you have. Oh, it's just imagination. It's just a dream. It can never happen. Why not? Why can't it happen? Is it because you're limiting yourself? Is it because you're allowing your fear to control you? Is it because you're too afraid of what others might think? Is it because you doubt yourself? What is it that's been holding you back? You are capable. You know it deep down that you could make this a reality, but what's getting in the way? There could be some blocks this month, or maybe you are going to be finding a way to break through these blocks, and maybe this is just part of your spiritual path, right? Maybe it's a cycle you've been on, but you are needing to have more positive self-talk and believe in yourself. Because really, when you think about it, if you don't believe in yourself, nobody else will. It goes back to what I was saying. It doesn't matter what I say, what your friend says, what your mother says. If they believe in you, that's great. But if you don't believe in yourself, you're not going to get anywhere, right? It all kind of stems from within you. So needing to find that fire from within and having that positive self-talk will help you progress. You're needing to trust your intuition. You need to trust your own inner guidance and know you're on the right path, okay? This is also the eagle in this card, and eagles are very wise and experienced, and they also go through a lot of changes, and it's not the most easiest. They go through some pretty physical, painful changes, right? I'm just saying. So that's pretty symbolic. Maybe you guys feel like the things that are going on in your life might be excruciating. It might not be the easiest, right? But you are literally breaking out of your old ways of being and doing. And anyways, we have wisdom come out, and that ties in with the spiritual path that just came out. Wisdom. Do you define yourself by others' expectations? Release fears and past beliefs, and life will take care of itself and flow. Affirmation. I am trusting my inner wisdom. You're needing to trust yourself. Don't worry about the naysayers. Don't worry about the people whispering in the ear saying, what if this, Aries? Are you sure about this? What if that's a horrible idea? What if you fail? Are you going to really listen to that and put your own value in other people's hands? And they don't really give that much of a fuck about you and your journey and your life and your accomplishments. So you gotta value your own beliefs, your own intuition, your own wisdom, and trust that you simply are on the right path. Just because it maybe doesn't go with the crowd and what the stereotype is for people to be doing a certain thing or to be living a certain way or to be in a certain relationship, and my ear just started to ring. Take that as confirmation. It doesn't mean that it's not something that you should be doing. What am I saying? Shit, that distracted me. My ear ringing, I guess, told me to just shut up because I was gonna say something that was just completely gone. Wow. Anyways, affirmation, I'm trusting my inner wisdom. So that's a process, right? Especially those who are just learning to trust your intuition. Intuition gets stronger the more you use it, the more you trust it, the more you listen to it, the more you calm your mind and be around like just a calm area, whether that's in nature, whether that's just a quiet room where you can just be with your thoughts and actually hear your higher self clearly, right? But that itself is a practice and takes consistency and patience. And so for some, this is like a completely new journey for you, like your spirituality and like learning about yourself. Maybe this is something that you just kind of jumped into, you fell down the rabbit hole, and now here you are listening to me, and like, isn't that crazy? Our paths have crossed like that, you know? Doesn't matter where you are on your journey. There's always room for growing and evolving and learning and leveling up. It never stops. Never stop growing, right? Just as Earth. Planet Earth never stops changing, growing, evolving, and every other thing in this universe, in this galaxy. Whatever, man. Okay, so pretty interesting cards coming out. Let's pull some animal oracle messages and see what's going on. Any animal oracle messages for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in April 2021. Any animal oracle messages for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in April 2021. Any animal oracle messages for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in April 2021. Let's do one more. Okay. Animal oracle messages for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in April 2021. We have the unicorn. This is really fitting for this reading. Wow. Animal oracle messages for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in April 2021. Animal oracle messages. Oh, wow. The lamb and the cheetah. Okay, you guys get some extra cards in this reading, so I just want to say in advance, if this reading is a little bit lengthy, I apologize, but clearly somebody needs to hear this, and there might be a lot that needs to come out, or a lot of messages that I get, so just just bear with me, okay? So let's talk about it. The unicorn is spirit energy coming through, so I just want to say that you guys are highly protected and highly watched over during these transitions, during these changes. I mean, you're always being watched over, but just know that you literally have like a hand on your back, an invisible hand on your back, guiding you and supporting you. And even in the moments where you feel like you're at your lowest or the most loneliness, you're not alone. You are being supported. You just don't see it, and you may not even feel it or hear it, but they're around, they're watching over you, and this is just like a sign. You may question that, you may doubt that, you may wonder, is that even true, right? That's the unicorn, asking questions about the other realm, or like what's beyond our day-to-day life. You're starting to dig a bit deeper and connect with the unknown realm, you know, asking a lot of questions, and you know, there is no right or wrong answer. The magic is that the answer really resides within you. What resonates within you? Just because someone in your family may have an opinion like this, or they believe in this religion, or like they don't believe in anything, right? Their views are valid, just as your views are valid. It doesn't mean that yours are wrong and theirs are right, or you are right and they're wrong. Like, nobody's wrong here. It's just different takes, different perspectives, and you're basically falling down the rabbit hole, wondering the most complex questions, and yeah, it's gonna be an interesting month, to say the least, with the unicorn. Then we have the lamb, and the lamb does talk about some sort of message trying to come through to you. So, to your questions, wondering, you know, like, I think in the month of April, you're going to be getting a lot of signs, lots of dreams. You might be dreaming about passed on loved ones or ancestors, or like just getting dreams that really strike something from within you, where you can't even doubt the message or the sign, or, you know, confirmation. Like, you will just know. It'll give you like that feeling. Like, you wake up from a dream, you just know. You'll see numbers, you'll see certain animals, you'll have just, maybe you'll think, okay, give me a sign. If I see a rose later today, that will be my confirmation, you know. Then you do your own thing, and then suddenly you see a rose somehow, some way, some form, whether it's on a commercial or through an ad on your phone, or someone literally gives you a rose, like something like that. You're going to be getting confirmation. Also, the lamb talks about needing to have compassion and be gentle with yourself, and, you know, really spend some time alone to just be with your thoughts and calm the mind, and let whatever come up. That there is a message that's trying to come through to you, and it will continue to make itself clear until you're able to see it. So right now, it might be going over your head. You might not even be aware of it. You could be seeing synchronicities, but maybe you're not paying attention, or maybe you don't believe in that kind of stuff, or you doubt it. You second guess it. But don't you worry, because as April goes on, you're just going to be getting more and more and more signs. Like, I feel like you won't be doubting it by the end of April. Whatever doubts you may have been having, or questions, you're going to be getting answers in April. It seems like they're trying to get your attention, or like maybe your guides, angels, whatever you may believe in, like they're trying to communicate with you, trying to get some answers here. Anyways, so I also am seeing you guys are taking action towards something with the cheetah. You guys are making moves. You guys are taking action. You guys are taking leaps. You guys are going after what you set your mind to. So remember what I said. You might be choosing to go down a certain path. Maybe it's against the norm. Maybe it's different than what your father did, or what your brother did, or what your friend did. But at the end of the day, as long as it's fulfilling, it makes you happy, and it sits right with you, and it's what you are meant to do, then the opinions of others shouldn't matter, and you should follow your own intuition, your own path. And I think that's what you're doing here with the cheetah coming up. This is fire energy. We also have earth coming out, okay? So, let's pull some tarot messages. Let's see what's going on. But yeah, really interesting energy I'm getting with you guys. I'm kind of liking it. Any messages for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in April 2021? Any messages for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in April 2021? Messages for Libra in April 2021. What's going on for my Libras in April? Messages for Libra. Oh, we have the Six of Swords reversed coming out. Messages for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in April 2021. The Star. Messages for Libra, Knight of Pentacles. Messages for Libra, and Judgment. Bottom of the deck, we have 6 of Wands reversed. So we have 2 6s out here. 2 of Wands reversed, 8 of Wands. So lots of fire. Also, Temperance, Sagittarian energy. It's looking like, It's looking like there's something you're returning to. Whether, hold on. What are you returning to? Something like it's a wish. It's a wish. It's something you've been wishing for. Something that you've been thinking about returning to. You've looked at it. You've processed it. You've thought about it. But you're returning to something really slowly. Even with Judgment coming out. This usually talks about returning to something from your past. It doesn't necessarily have to be a relationship. It could be a hobby. It could be something you once put aside. Or maybe you didn't have the time for something. It could be a relationship. It's looking like maybe the first go around wasn't so successful, okay, in whatever realm this is, and we'll find out when we clarify to get a little bit more details. But in the past, whatever this was that you left behind or maybe took a break from, 6 of Wands in reverse, it wasn't successful. You may have failed, you may have felt like a fool, or felt like you wasted your time, or just felt like something couldn't get off the ground. But it's like recently, or sometime in the month of April, you were met with a decision. 2 of Wands in the reverse, though. So I think for a while you guys were stuck at a crossroad, or just kind of standing, thinking, waiting, not really taking much action, kind of going hand in hand with the Knight of Pentacles. Maybe this was like, the naysayers kind of like, oh, Libra, I don't know. Last time it failed. Last time it didn't succeed. Last time this happened. Remember what happened last time? What if you fail again? Well, you fail, you get back up. You fall, you get back up. You fall, you get back up. You fail again, oh well, try again. Try as many times as you want, and I guarantee you, one time you're going to succeed, right? It's going to take time, it's going to take practice, it's going to take consistency, persistence, dedication. But if you want it that bad enough, you're going to try it again and again and again. Just approach it differently. If it didn't work out in the past, whatever this is, if this is a career, if this is a passion, if this is a project, if this is even a relationship, if it didn't work out in the past and you're wanting to give it a second chance, you can. You got the free will. You are capable. This is part of your spiritual path. But you're needing to do something differently, and that goes back with new growth. You guys have grown a lot since this last time, since you had this ending, or since this didn't work out, since this fail, right? Since it's not a fail, okay, I don't like saying that, but it's not a fail, but you may feel like it is. But you've grown since. You have a new perspective, and now that you might be returning to something, a past dream, a thing that you pushed aside, you have this new perspective, a new way, a new approach. And it might just be successful this time. We have the 8 of Wands. So we go from the 2 of Wands reversed, kind of just stuck, standing there, not really taking much action. You have the possibility to take that risk and to take that leap and to spread your wings and fly. You may spread your wings and fall and hit the ground. Like, think of like a little baby bird. They fall. They may break a wing, right? It may take some trial and error, but eventually they get the hang of it, and then they fly for the rest of their lives. It's like riding a bicycle, right? The first time you have your training wheels on, you're like a little kid, you don't know what the hell you're doing, you fall a couple times, you have your helmet on, maybe some knee pads, elbow pads, right? You may fail a couple times, but eventually you get the hang of it, and then you get good at it, and then before you know it, a year later, you're on your bike, you're riding your bike hands-free. You're riding a fucking unicycle or whatever those are called. Like, so from basically what I'm saying is something didn't work out in the past. It could have been a past dream. It could have been anything, okay? Whatever it is for you. It's going to be different for everybody. Took a break from it. And then it kind of came across you. It came into your mind like, I kind of want to try it again. And you can. And it looks like it'll be successful. And the reason why it's successful is because you've grown, you've taken notes, you've evolved, and you have a different perspective now. And so now, you're going to take your time, you're not going to rush, you're not going to half-ass it, you're going to give it all, you're going to give this your best shot. And you know, like I said, even with the unicorn, there might be questions and fears and doubts and worries and what if this and what if it doesn't work out? What if it's just too good to be true? Or what if this is unrealistic, right? Because the unicorn, oh, it's not real. This is just an unrealistic dream. It could never be reality. What if I told you it could? What if you sat with yourself, connected with your angels, with your higher self, your intuition, and you got the confirmation you needed to just say fuck it and go after it? You know, really take advantage of this energy being an Aries. We have a lot of Aries transits going on, and it's really encouraging us to just say, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to go after what I want. I'm going to take initiation. I'm going to use my passion and my charm, and I'm going to make this happen, right? And I feel like, especially because you're a cardinal sign and so is Aries, and with all this Aries energy going on, it's really benefiting the cardinal signs, Aries, Cancer, Libra, Capricorn. So check those places out, but really use this energy to your advantage. April's a good month for you. April's a really good month for you, okay? So, let's get into this. Finally, you know, the last few readings I've been doing for April, kind of intense, kind of heavy, and I'm here for this little break. I'm here for like the second chance, the second shot. At a dream, at a wish fulfillment, right? Just to stay inspired and positive. Maybe in the past you had that negative self-talk or those doubts and you didn't believe in yourself, or you felt like you weren't worthy. You are worthy. Remember that. Okay, so let's take a look into what this was. Let's see. Six of Wands in reverse. What failed in the past? What wasn't successful? Just to get a little bit of context. Six of Wands in the reverse. This is also going to be talking about the Six of Swords reverse. So actually, we'll just clarify these two together because it's talking about the same thing here. Six of Swords, Six of Wands reversed for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What wasn't successful in the past that you're returning to, clearly? Try out the Six of Wands, Six of Swords reversed for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. What wasn't successful in the past? What is Libra returning to for a second chance? Okay. Six of Wands, Six of Swords reversed for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. We have Strength backside. We also have the King of Pentacles. Six of Swords, Six of Wands reversed for Libra. Seven of Cups, Five of Wands. Okay, and let's get one more. Six of Wands, Six of Swords reversed. Two of Swords. Okay, bottom of the deck we have Four of Pentacles, Ten of Wands, and Knight of Swords. Okay, we'll talk about that after. Perhaps, we'll see. This is what you're returning to. I think in the past, one of the reasons why this didn't work out in your favor, or it failed, maybe you had too much on your plate. Seven of Cups, maybe you weren't clear enough with what it is that you wanted, or maybe you had the tendency to start and stop many things, and so you weren't able to fully commit or fully put all your energy into something. There was the energy of feeling overwhelmed or feeling stuck or just feeling maybe like you weren't good enough, or not being 100% sure as to how you could make something happen. Like you didn't have a solid plan. You just kind of winged it and hoped for the best. But sometimes that doesn't work out. Sometimes we need to go in with a plan. With, like, you know, obviously plans don't always go accordingly. But if you have like a rough idea on like, okay, let me work backwards, right? If you start, okay, this is my goal, this is how I'm going to get there, then work backwards. What steps do you need to take to get to that goal? Maybe in the past you didn't really have a goal, or maybe it wasn't really built on a solid foundation, so it wasn't the most stable, or it started quick and just as quick, you know. But there may be a lot of insecurities that you felt too, with Strength being the backside. There were some things that you were trying to fight. You may have had some inner demons, lots of things, lots of battles that you were going through alone, or just extra things, extra burdens that were getting in the way of you fully being able to commit to something or make something get off the ground. You just didn't really have the strength for it. Some of you felt exhausted. Some of you just weren't in the right headspace, or you just had a lot going on and you couldn't really seem to dedicate yourself, or you didn't maybe have the patience or the stamina for this. But now you do. You're looking at what didn't work in the past. We have the King of Pentacles. He's looking over how this came out. He's looking over at his past self, at who he used to be before he changed and grew into this butterfly, right? So basically you're looking at your younger self, your little caterpillar self. See, he's like looking over at how there's all these options and how intimidating, how scary it was. But now you've grown. You're the King of Pentacles here. You have a lot of wisdom, a lot of strength, a lot of determination and skill in your back pocket. And you recognize, I can make anything happen. In the past, you let these fears, these worries, these doubts get in the way. There are these conflictions you had. I think there was an internal battle within yourself. Of course, it could have been external in relationships and in scenarios and extra drama and things that were just, again, like I said, getting in the way. And so perhaps you let it get in the way. You had a decision, Two of Swords. But it's like there was this confliction, or you were at a crossroad, or again, there was this doubt that you were having. Maybe you let your doubt take over. Maybe you self-sabotaged. Maybe you got in your own way. But now, well, let me wait. What was at the bottom? Wait. Yeah, Four of Pentacles, Four of Wands, and the Knight of Swords. Like I said, you carried a lot on your back, lots of burdens, lots of stress. Like, it was just heavy, it was intense. And maybe you had, like, a concrete way of how you wanted something, and it didn't go to that plan. Like I said, it's good to have a plan, but sometimes things don't go according to plan, and maybe you were holding on so tightly, like, no, it has to be exactly this. And if it's not, I don't want it. My way or the highway, you know? And maybe you were too closed off or not so open-minded about the possibilities of where this could potentially lead or go to. But it's like you're breaking through that. Or you're cutting through those blockages. I feel like they were just blocks that you put in your own road because maybe you were just afraid. But now that you've grown, now that you have a different perspective, you're ready for this. You're ready for this. Let's take a look into the star. Let's take a look into this wish, this dream, this fulfillment. Telling at the star for Libra, Sun, Rising, Venus. Some of you may have Libra, not a Libra, Aquarius energy in your chart. Telling at the star for Libra, Sun, Rising, Venus in April 2021. Telling at the star for Libra in April 2021. We have the Tower, the Wheel of Fortune, Sun, and Nine of Pentacles. Wow! You guys had a major realization. Let's check the bottom. Hangman. Yeah, I knew there was going to be Hangman energy. We also have the Magician and Four of Cups. It was a mindset you guys had. This was a mindset. You were getting in your own way. You were blocking yourself. You didn't have the courage. You didn't have the belief. You were feeding into other people's opinions. You were having all these doubts and what ifs and naysayers. And, you know, you felt like you didn't really have a say, or you felt like if you were to do it. Like, that's the thing. You maybe tried to do this in the past and it wasn't successful because you were letting these thoughts and fears and opinions of others dictating your life. And so because you allowed those opinions to overflow and get in your own way, that's why it wasn't successful, because you put your value in everybody else but yourself, and that's ultimately what caused this to go downhill. But you know what? It's not a fail. It's a lesson for you to grow and become stronger and know what to do differently next time, right? So moving forward, you're having this epiphany. What? I wanted to say epiphanition. That's not what. You had this epiphany. Realization. That's why I want to say epiphanation. Realization, epiphany, epiphanation. You had an epiphanation. Is that a word? Let's make it a word, y'all. Alright, you had this realization, and notice the little eye on top of the tower. Like, this is a realization within yourself. Maybe you recognize that you self-sabotaged in the past. You allowed your own fears and the opinions of others to get in your way. Perhaps, like, remember what wisdom said. Do you define yourself by others' expectations? Do you? Maybe not right now. Maybe you did in the past, though, or when you try to go after this idea, it didn't work because of those past ways, right? Release fears and past beliefs, and life will take care of itself and flow. When you let go, when you surrender, the universe is able to step in and be like, thank you. Now let's steer you on this path to your dreams, to your success, to your fulfillment and happiness. Look at this. The sun, backside, but this is positive both sides. Look at the wall. There's a wall here. There's like the little guards up here. You're protected and you're being guided on this path, on this journey. And look at you, getting your strength, getting your courage, getting your backbone and confidence. And, you've been taking care of yourself. Some of you have been starting to work out. You're feeling more stronger. You're loving yourself for who you are. And you're starting to feel like you can take on anything. And that's all because you've had a shift in perspective. Thank goodness, right? New growth said a change in perspective. You have the responsibility to look at different points of view. Here you go. Some of you maybe had to go speak to somebody, or maybe you received help or even professional help, or spoke to someone, or, really worked through a lot of problems and things that you were dealing with. Even things that stemmed way back. You were working through it. You looked at things differently and you've grown from it. And it was really a mindset. We have the Four of Cups coming out here. You're recognizing that you needed a change in perspective, also to switch things up in your day-to-day life, because maybe you just felt bored. Maybe you just felt like what you were doing wasn't good enough, or that you wanted to do something more creative, more inspiring, more you, something that's more authentic to you as well. The star does talk about your authenticity. Anyways, in the Four of Cups backside, we see this little boat, right? There's this idea, there's this hope for the future, and there's the possibility of you being the captain of that ship. Anyways, we have the Magician. So this is you guys getting creative. This is you guys getting into your power, into your strength, recognizing that you really do have this steering wheel and you get to create whatever life you want. You're the main character. Okay? And you decided to stay stagnant for a while, or you decided, okay, you know what, I'm going to just chill here, I'm going to just hang here. But no, now it's time to take action, right? It's that same energy with that Two of Wands in the reverse. You were kind of just stuck, standing. I could, but I don't know, like I'm letting my fears get the best of me. What if it doesn't work out like last time? What if I just fail again and look like an idiot? Like, who gives a shit what people think of you? At least you tried. At least you had the courage to go out and try something and even risk failure. There's people who are way too afraid of that and they just stay in their comfort zone, and that's cool. You do you. Like, that's your thing. That's cool. As long as that's what you want to do, cool. It takes a lot of guts. It takes a lot of courage to step outside of your comfort zone and risk embarrassment and risk failure and risk not succeeding, right? And that can be pretty sad and devastating when it doesn't work out. It takes a lot of strength to give it a second chance, too, and try again. So, don't feel embarrassed, don't feel ashamed, and just give it your all. Give it your best shot, okay? And take your time with it, as there's no rush. Move at your own pace. So, Knight of Pentacles, this is you guys moving slowly, right? Crossing the T's, dotting the I's, and the Knight of Pentacles, he always crosses the finish line. Always. He's the most stable knight in the deck. He's very patient. And, you're deserving. You deserve this. You know that you're worthy. You know that this is capable. You can make this happen. You can. Believe in yourself, right? Telling the Knight of Pentacles for Libra, Sun, Rising, Venus in April 2021. Knight of Pentacles for Libra, Sun, Rising, Venus in April 2021. Okay, the Knight of Pentacles. We have the Four of Swords. So yeah, take as much time as you need. If you need a rest, if you need to get some strength, if you need to just take care of yourself, put that as the first priority. This idea can wait. It's always there. The door is always ready for you to walk through. Move at your own pace. Do this at your own time, at your own speed. There's no rush, okay? Just know that. Sometimes you need to get rest so that you are able to move forward with that strength, with the energy. Because if you're not in the right energy, if you're feeling exhausted, if you're mentally drained, emotionally drained, you're not going to go anywhere. So just take your time with this and take breaks. Tie the Knight of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. Queen of Wands. Queen of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. Page of Cups. That was a big stack, that fellow. I normally don't take stacks, but it is what it is. So there's that opportunity. Ace of Pentacles, slow, but steady wins the race. All right. And perhaps you are talking to multiple people about this, or sharing ideas, brainstorming. Okay, but again, I just want to say be careful of the naysayers. We have the Queen of Pentacles backside. This can sometimes talk about someone who maybe they're a little bit judgy, maybe they're a little bit judgmental. There also is the Rabbit in this card, and the Rabbit does talk about fears and anxieties. And so it seems like maybe this person, maybe they're not like a naysayer or like a hater, but maybe they're the type of person who's going to be like, oh, but Libra, last time it didn't work out. What if it doesn't work out this time? What if you fail again? Right? They might be the one who whispers in your ear saying, oh my God, I don't know if they should do this. I don't know. But it's not their life. It's your life, Libra. And it's not their say. Unless it directly affects them, they should just zip it. Unless they got some good advice, zip it. I'm just saying. We have the Page of Cups and Knight of Pentacles. I think this is you guys pursuing an idea that seems so out of the norm or so unusual, right? And that's why this Queen of Pentacles backside is like, oh, I don't know if that's such a good idea. That's such a risk. That's such a gamble, because this is something completely unique and different than most people would do, right? But you're like, you know what? That's okay. It's going to work out for me. Look, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Fool. Queen of Cups, Two of Cups. Some of you may be connecting with somebody recently or in the near future, if I can speak. You have a potential opportunity for a romantic connection, or if you're already in a romantic connection, it's looking like it's developing, it's growing, and feelings are evolving. All right, so that's for somebody out there. A little bit off topic, but that's cool. And then with the Fool, right, you guys looking into the distance, ready to just, you're wishing upon a star, believing in yourself, and I like it. So let's take a look into this Judgment energy. And then we'll pull some Tikashi messages. Twilight Judgment. I think it's probably just going to talk back to, you giving this idea a second chance. And you are also supported by the universe, by the divine. Alright, Twilight Judgment for Libra, summarizing Venus. Twilight Judgment for Libra, summarizing Venus in April 2021. It's not coming out for a reason. We have the Moon, the Three of Cups. Wow. Five of Cups. Okay. Judgment. Anything else? Nine of Wands. Okay. Bottom of the deck, the World. King of Swords backside, Ace of Swords. Okay, let me set this here. We'll talk about this after. Okay. So, moving forward, giving this idea a second chance, taking this leap of faith, you don't really know what to expect. You're entering the unknown. You're afraid. You're a little bit scared. You're a little bit stressed out. There's still those doubts, those questions that come up, wondering, is this the right move? Am I wasting my time? Right? And so we have that come out with the Moon backside. There are still some fears about this. What if this works? What if it doesn't? And I see that here. We have the Five of Cups and the Three of Cups. There's the opportunity for it to be successful and exciting and to celebrate, or there's the opportunity to feel like a failure again. So there's this back and forth again of like, what if this? What if that? I don't know. Shit. You're also looking back again, because Judgment does talk about revisiting the past or looking back at the past, and you're like, if I give this a second chance, I don't want to be disappointed like how I was in the past. I don't want this to just be all for nothing and then end up where I left off, Well, you have the opportunity to make it to the other side and succeed and celebrate and reach victory. You do. It just requires your determination. It just requires your focus. It requires you to not give up. And of course, to take those breaks when you need to, and to not rush the process, and to take it one day at a time, one step at a time. And if you need a helping hand, accept a helping hand. Okay, that might really help you. Okay. Believe in yourself. At the bottom of the deck, we have the World. So there's a big completion of a chapter that you guys are wrapping up, and I'm loving it. And, you're entering this new chapter, this new cycle, this new beginning. And it's looking like you guys are cutting off a lot of shit that you don't need in your life anymore. Ace of Swords, King of Swords, backside. So this can be talking about those mindsets. This can be talking about certain relationships, certain people in your life that maybe aren't the most supportive, or the ones that don't believe in you or don't support you, or, you know, the naysayers. You may choose to either cut them out completely or set boundaries. But it's looking like you're going to be cutting off a lot of things in your life in the month of April that does not serve your highest path, or, you know, you're not receiving support. And trust me, you don't want that energy when you're succeeding, when you are taking off the ground. Not if, you are. It's just a matter of when. Don't worry about the when or the how, just know it is. You don't need these people around you. They're just going to be energy vampires. They're just going to suck away from you. They're just going to tear you down, drag you down. So get rid of this energy now, these people now, before you take off, because I guarantee you, you're going to be flying, you're going to be soaring, you're going to be making moves, okay? So you don't need this crap, you don't need this energy, you don't need these people in your life, okay? I'm just saying. We don't need that fake love, okay? So let's get some Tikashi messages. But yeah, this was a really nice reading. I really liked it, Libra. And I hope it gives you like that inspiration, that courage to say, you know what, yeah, I'm going to do it. And to remember that positive self-talk, okay? Anyways, any Tikashi messages for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in April 2021. Tikashi messages for Libra regarding this reading in April 2021. Tikashi messages for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus in April 2021. Wonder. Openness, which is literally what I said. I was like, it's like you guys are needed to be more open-minded. Tikashi messages for Libra, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and anticipation. This is fitting, okay. We have wonder. For a wonderful day, spend a few minutes in awe. When you let go of trying to make things happen and just wonder, you allow the energy of things to move and flow in perfect timing. Before you know it, you need not wonder, you know. Perhaps you've been pushing the river or have felt bewildered. Now is the time to stop and admire the wonderful view from wherever you are, and then you'll be able to move on. Openness. Openness creates the allowance of the self to be without judgment. Openness breaks down the barriers, melts away fears, and allows creativity and communication to flow. Check your feelings. When you're being open, there's no need to be defensive. Let go of all levels of fear, doubt, worry, and concern, and what you have left will be confidence, self-esteem, and love, all of which function very well with openness. Anticipation. Anticipation creates the feeling of excitement. Hold that feeling of anticipation as you embark on your next course of action. Unusual occurrences may not be anticipated, but don't waste any time worrying either. Let go of expectations. They only take you out of the now moment. When you anticipate, you can enjoy the fun of the whole journey right here and now. Okay, and my dog is snoring now in the background. She's so tired. So Libra, that is what I got for you guys for the month of April. If you guys found this helpful or insightful, please let me know in the comments below. If you guys are interested, you can check out my Instagram at Jadestone Tarot. And with that being said, I'm gonna let you guys go. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Take care.